The governing body wants you to know that we love you dearly and pray for you constantly.
The First Presidency prays for you often. The prophet loves you.
The governing body loves you very much. The elders love you very much. Your Christian parents love you very much. And these ones will tell you the truth.
Go to where you know the light of truth shines. A worthy friend, a loving bishop or stake president, an understanding parent.
Every one of us will have our loyalty to Jehovah put to the test. When that happens, will you take a firm stand on Jehovah's side?
Loyalty to the Lord carries an obligation of loyalty to those called by the Lord to lead His church.
We must always remember that violating Jehovah's principles is never a solution.
Obedience to gospel principles brings forth joy and happiness. Disobedience has a day of reckoning that will only bring forth heartache.
At times, we may be asked to take on a task in our service to Jehovah that we find rather difficult, unpleasant, or even distasteful. However, our loyalty to Jehovah will prompt us to be obedient despite the challenges, because we realize that if we are, it will strengthen our relationship with Jehovah and make us happy in the end.
Our unquestioning obedience to the Lord's commandments is not blind obedience. The prophet Joseph Smith, in teaching obedience, said, quote, "Whatever God requires is right, though we may not know the reason until much later."
Jehovah blesses obedience. This is a theocracy ruled by God, not a collection of man-made decisions. This is governed from heaven. It'd be best to just ask Jehovah to help you understand it, but obey the decision.
You may not always understand every declaration of a living prophet, but when you know a prophet is a prophet, you can approach the Lord in humility and faith and ask for your own witness about whatever his prophet has proclaimed.
The living prophet and the first presidency. Follow them and be blessed. Reject them and suffer.
The sooner you can get baptized, the sooner you will receive greater protection and blessings from Jehovah. Not long ago, it made me very happy to observe a little 10-year-old brother get baptized.
I would emphasize that 8 years of age. We don't wait until they're young adults or until they are nearly grown to teach them these laws. They should know at 8 or before 8 all about baptism and about the confirmation.
What a blessing and a protection it was to enter the regular pioneer work at age 17 and to be able to go to Bethel at 18.
Our experience with these 18-year-old missionaries has been positive. The mission presidents report that they are obedient, faithful, mature, and we encourage all young men who are worthy and who are physically able and mentally capable to respond to the call to serve.
Today, Jehovah has delegated authority to men. They scripturally qualify to serve as elders and ministerial servants in order to serve, guide, and protect His people.
The Lord has directed that only men will be ordained to offices in the priesthood.
It is obvious that this is not due to a lack of respect for the gifts of our sisters in the congregation. In fact, many responsible brothers will acknowledge that they have benefited from the experience and practical wisdom of our humble, spiritually mature sisters. Faithful wives loyally support their husbands as well as fulfill their own roles as preachers and teachers.
A plea to my sisters to take their place. We need their voices, we need their input, and we love their participation with us.
The account about how the branch in Haiti was protected from earthquake damage sent chills down my spine. While some buildings looked like this, our branch looked like this.
He does not prevent all disasters, but He does answer our prayers as he did with the uniquely powerful cyclone that threatened to prevent the dedication of the temple in Fiji. Or he does blunt their effects, as he did with the terrorist bombing that took so many lives in the Brussels airport, but only injured our 4 missionaries.
We can expect persecution for simply wanting to worship Jehovah in peace.
Notwithstanding the present strength of the church, it seems that we are constantly under attack from one quarter or another.
We know we're doing the right thing when we incur the hatred of these agents of the devil.
That opposition to our cause testifies of its divinity. Would satanic powers combine against us if we were not posing a threat to such powers?
We've seen the devil's attack on Jehovah's people in the country of Russia.
When it was announced that we would build a temple in that city and selected a site on which it should stand, opposition rose against us. We might expect that the adversary of righteousness would seek to thwart its construction and the work to be done therein.
That the properties owned by the organization, such as our kingdom halls and our beautiful branch office, have been unjustly confiscated by the Russian government.
The church has survived exile from 4 states, the harassment and persecution of its members, an extermination order from a governor, the execution of its prophet, disenfranchisement by the government.
Well, in spite of the hatred that's been spewed forth by the devil, it is amazing to see that persecution never, ever stops God's faithful servants. That inactive ones, former Bible students, relatives of witnesses are all contacting the brothers, wanting to become involved again in the truth because of what they see happening in Russia. They know the end is close at hand.
No unhallowed hand can stop the work from progressing. Persecutions may rage, mobs may combine, armies may assemble, calumny may defame, but the truth of God will go forth boldly, nobly, and independent.
No weapon formed against us will have any success. And why? Because Jehovah is on our side.